I mean, you don't. You really, really don't. We all have goals, plans, ways that we want our lives to turn out to be like. Whether we want to visit some place, build a business, get into shape, or have a set target of savings, we all have something. But when you haven't started on that road, you always think in the back of your mind that, oh, you have to be this kind of person, you have to be this smart, this disciplined, this whatever, whatever, whatever. But that's not really the case, especially when it comes to starting or running a business, because even if overwhelming, and it certainly is, there is always a smallest level of commitment that anybody can hold on to some of the days, some of the times. There isn't some special gene or condition, just good old self-bribery. And by that I mean just doing the work and then rewarding yourself later with something that you like. That has worked out spectacularly for me. Oh, and if you're wondering why there isn't as much editing on this video as usual, well, just take a look at this. As you can see, this is the bane of my very, very, very painful existence. You know, it's not really all that fun being in engineering school, but back to our video. There is surprisingly more things that you can sell than most people ever even consider, and especially when it comes to stuff that you like. You like to cook? Well, there are private chefs. You like to drive? Chauffeurs. If you like freaking juggling bowling pins, I'm sure someone's willing to pay you to teach them. Starting a business really isn't all that hard. Well, unless you're trying to be Walmart. In that case, I think you're really gonna struggle there, buddy. But take myself for example, my entire business is just editing videos on a desktop computer for people that are oceans away from me. It isn't exactly all that glamorous, well, yet at least. But that's it, that's the entire business model. It's shabby, but it works and it's made me a few thousand so far. Now, is that gonna get me to $100 million? Well, no, but who cares? This is literally version 0.001 of my business life. But my point is that you don't need some super fancy logo, a big building, and a bunch of employees. Just give someone something and take money for it, and congrats, you're a business owner. Far as I'm aware, there isn't some global business council that will judge you on whether you are indeed actually a business or not, Secret Service style. Well, unless you're not saying where your money is coming from. Even the Joker didn't want to mess with the IRS. Or you're saying that you made 6, 7, 8, 9 figures when you haven't really, then the internet will come after you. It's hard to argue which is worse. Don't gatekeep yourself behind a bunch of meaningless slogans and ideals that no one's gonna hold you to account on anyways. The world is a much bigger place than that, and everybody is stuck in their own nonsense in the first place. Maybe you're convinced by my fancy word magic, or not. In that case, well played, you're right, there's nothing I can do to convince you. Dreams will only ever be dreams, and your dream restaurant of Howls and Bowels, the dog version of a cat cafe, will be forever lost to the ether and will never be brought to existence. Now that doesn't sound like much fun, does it? Great! Happy that you agree with me, and so now we have lots of things to consider. A lot of business ideas, a lot of things that we could do, but how do we choose from them? Honestly, just go down the list of the things that you love or enjoy doing, because most likely you're also pretty decent at them. See which of them that can make you money and then start with the first one, because that's usually the best direction to go down to. I mean, I've always wanted to make videos on some level. My first video was from like 13 years ago about Clash of Clans bases. Yeah, I know, I'm pretty ancient, don't remind me, my back is creaking just from the idea. And don't worry too much about how you can exactly make money from it. The most obvious route is always teaching it or consulting about it. I mean, that's how colleges do it, regardless of how useless and irrelevant the information sometimes is. Just look at famous people that are doing whatever the thing that you want to do is and see how they make their money. Try to mirror how they started making money, not where they are now, because they're probably using their audience or their fame to make money these days. So since you've chosen something, I want to leave you with a couple of useful advices when you're starting on that road. First is that you're gonna get rejected. I mean, like a lot, like 99 times out of 100, kind of a lot. And maybe it will work out on the 100th time. So just keep going, don't take the rejections into heart. Maybe it's just not right for them, maybe you're just not good enough yet, maybe it's just not the right budget for them. Don't take it personal and just keep going. Second is think about how well you get along with the prospect, not about how much money you get from them, because I can certainly guarantee you, if you don't like them, you're gonna hate working with them, regardless of how much money you're getting, or you're just gonna have to really stomach it down so you can keep going with it. I don't know what you're gonna do, but I do hope that it's the best for you. Is that too grim? Well, no, I don't think so, because it's gonna happen anyways. You are gonna struggle. There is no way around it, but I can promise you this is gonna be the hardest and most likely also the most worthwhile thing that you have done. At least it was for me. So if you're looking for more concrete stuff on the operational side of things, I actually made a couple of videos about that right here. Sub so I can reach 1K, because I'm heartbroken because I lost 2 yesterday. And with that, bye.